رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. وقال تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وإن خير هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أما بعد, from the actions, from the characteristics of the Muslims is that we have the best of manners. Is that the Muslims, our manners, our characteristics, the way that we conduct ourselves, we will behave ourselves are better than everyone else. As Allah He mentioned in Surah Ahzab that He sent the Prophet ﷺ as an example for us to follow. So our characteristics and our actions and our behavior, where we hold ourselves, where we conduct ourselves, has to be better than all the other religions. And the Shaykh Ibn Rajab, rahimahullah, he wrote a book called Jawami' al-Ulum al-Hikam, where he mentioned that when the Shaykh Abu Muhammad ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani, he mentioned that the good characteristics, good manners, they all come back, they are all summarized in 4 different hadith, 4 short hadith. That all the good manners that a Muslim should have, they are all summarized in 4 short hadith. The first one is the famous one narrated by Abu Hurairah, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. That none of you truly believe until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. As Muslim, we are not people who get jealous. We are not people who are stingy or selfish. We were taught that we should be generous. We have to be generous, and we love for our brother, we love for ourselves. We have something, we shouldn't wish that no one else should have it. Rather, we should share it. We should try to share it. We try to encourage and help others to attain it as well. This is the characteristic of the Muslims. The second one is the hadith, من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. Whoever believes in Allah Azza wa Jal on the last day, let them speak good or let them keep silent. And if the Muslims, if we saw people in general adhering to this advice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you'd find that there were way less arguments than there is today. Way less arguments on the streets, way less arguments among families. You see families would actually be talking to each other rather than ignoring each other and cutting each other off. And then the third hadith which the Shaykh brings is the hadith of Abu Hurairah, where he says أن رجلا قال للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أوصني قال لا تغضب فردد مرارا قال لا تغضب. Abu Hurairah, he narrates that a man, he came to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. He said to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said, advise me, give me some advice. So the Prophet said, do not become angry. And so the man, he repeated it again. He repeated the question, give me some advice. And the Prophet said, do not become angry. The Muslim is a person who is calm. You remain calm at all times. You do not become emotional and angry. If something goes wrong, you say, someone dies, someone is hurt, you say, you do not become angry. It's not befitting of the Muslims that become angry. The Prophet ﷺ was never angry. As Anas ibn Malik, he was the Khadim of the Prophet ﷺ. He used to serve the Prophet ﷺ for 10 years. He said, he mentioned that he served the Prophet for 10 years. And not once did the Prophet ﷺ ever shout at him. Not once did the Prophet ﷺ ever become angry with him. But this was the way of the Prophet ﷺ. And we've been taught in the Quran that we have to follow the Prophet ﷺ. It's not befitting that the Muslims become angry over anything. And the last hadith, which the Shaykh mentions, is that من حسن الإسلام المرء ترك ما لا يعني. From the perfection of a person's Islam is that they leave that which does not concern them. They leave the backbiting, they leave the gossiping. They do not involve themselves in the business of other people, or they focus on themselves. And if you were to see, if you were to look back today, and if the people were to implement these four things, where they love, where they are generous and they share and they help others out, they don't become stingy or selfish. When they believe, if they speak good or they keep silent, if they remain calm and they don't become angry, and if they mind their own business, you see there will be less arguments in the streets, less arguments in homes. You see family members, they haven't spoken for 10, 15 years. Why? Because maybe one of them took something from other, they were stingy and they love their brother, they love themselves. Or maybe they became angry. Or maybe he said something he shouldn't have and he didn't keep silent because it wasn't good. Or maybe he involved himself in the business of others. And you see now they're not speaking for 10, 15 years. Well, the Muslim, they should strive to attain these four things. And the Shaykh said, if you manage to master these four things, then your manners and your akhlaq will come from the best of the people. And the Prophet ﷺ, he emphasized the harm and failure to do this. When he said to Mu'adh, does anything topple people onto their faces into the fire? Does anything cause you to enter the fire quicker or more than the fruits of your tongues? What comes out of your mouth? The Prophet ﷺ, he said to his companions, he said, if you can guarantee me two things, if you can guard what's between your two lips and what's guard between your two legs, then the Prophet said, I can guarantee you Jannah. Because the person you find that what you utter, what you say, is heavy, and it will come back to you. But we utter things and we don't think of it. It has weight. Allah will hold us to account for every statement that we say. Every statement, every action we say we do will be held to account for it. So one way that you can improve your manners is that you should surround yourself with good people. A person, as the Prophet said, he said, a man, the person is upon the religion of his friends. If a person is good, they are good, they are well-mannered. It's not either of those who are bad and are ill-mannered, then the person is slowly going to become like his friends. He's going to lose his characteristics. And likewise, if a person is bad, when they start hanging around those who are good, they start coming to places of good, coming to the masjid, coming to circles, then you'll notice their character will change and they'll become good. And you find that this idea of friendship is not very strong in Islam. As Allah has mentioned in Surah Al-Qur'an on Yawm al-Qiyamah, a man will cry, Ya waylata laytani lam attakhidh fulanan khalila. You will call, shame unto me. Why did I take so-and-so as a friend? Why did I take him as a friend? He used to deter me from the masjid. He used to tell me don't go to the class. And look, now I've ended up in Jahannam because of it. The Prophet ﷺ used to liken the friends. He said the bad friend is like a blacksmith. When you go to them, and even if you don't buy anything from them, when you come out away, you come out with a stench. Your clothes are dirty, your hands are dirty. Because that's the nature of the blacksmith work. Like if you go to a bad friend, if you don't become like the bad friend, you come out with some of his characteristics, you come out with some of the things. You may start to change the way you talk, the way you walk. You start becoming like slowly over time. And likewise, the good friend is like the perfume seller. If you go into his shop, even if you don't buy something from him, you come out and you start smelling nice. Because you've been in an area where there's good perfume, there's good smell. Likewise, the good friend. If you go to him, even if you don't become exactly like him, you come away, you speak how they speak, you walk how they walk, you act how they act. You go into places which are full of goodness. The second is to hold yourself to account. As Umar used to say, hold yourself to account before you are held to account. So hold yourself to account every day before you are held to account. Hold and think of the actions of your day. What have you done? Is what you did good or is it bad? Is it good characteristics or bad characteristics? And the third way is that you pay attention to those who criticize you. Because they always mention your faults. Those who criticize you will always mention your faults. So rather than be arrogant, brushing them away, brushing them aside, it is befitting of the believer that you pay attention to them, listen to them, so that you can take the good from it. The person is criticizing you for maybe not coming to the masjid. Instead of being arrogant and saying, oh, but I don't want to, I don't have to. You should listen to them and say, okay, you don't have to come to the masjid now. You start coming to the masjid. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن والاه أما بعد. We'll conclude with one hadith, final hadith. It's narrated in Bukhari and Muslim. And Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates that he heard the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say, the rights of the Muslim over another Muslim are 5. So a Muslim brother, he has 5 rights over his other brother in Islam. The first is the return of the greeting of salam. If a person walks by you and they give you salam, they say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's their right over you that you reply with salam. Not that you just carry on walking or you just nod your head. You have to reply with salam. The second is that you visit the sick. If you hear that your brother is sick, if you hear a family member is sick, you should try your best to visit the sick. But there's ajr in it, and it's their right over you that you visit them. The third is the attending of their janazas. If a person dies, it's from the rights of the believers that you attend their janazah. You attend their janazah, you make dua that Allah Azza wa Jalla shows mercy over them. And the fourth is that you accept invitations. If a Muslim invites you into his house, it's befitting of the Muslim that you accept it. That you accept it and you accept it respectfully. You don't go, you start violating him in his house. Be respectful towards him. And the last is that when a person sneezes, you say, Yarhamkumullah, may Allah have mercy on you. So these are the 5 rights which each believer they have over each other. And it's important that each Muslim they know this, because on Yawm al-Qiyamah you can be held to account for it, because it's the right the brother has over you. It's the right we have over each other. And we ask Allah Azza wa Jalla that He gives us that He grants us the ability to have the best of manners. And Allah Azza wa Jalla He unites in Jannah al-Firdaus. And Allah Azza wa Jalla He enters the Jannah بغير حساب ولا عذاب. Allah Azza wa Jalla He makes us our affairs easy for us. He makes the affairs of the grave easy for us. Allah Azza wa Jalla He strengthens the Muslim in every corner of the world. He strengthens the people of Palestine and in Jerusalem. He strengthens Muslims across the entire globe. إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون وأقيموا الصلاة.